What's interesting is once you click on this link that there's literally about 40 to 50 different companies that are actively collecting data on you. You're used to the three credit bureaus, right? Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. But there's other companies like LexisNexis, Innovis that we're going to be covering in the next few slides that are actively working as a credit bureau, but there's other companies that are primarily just collecting data and selling it to other companies. By opting out, they're legally not able to collect data from you. So throughout this course, we've explained the major three credit bureaus and how they collect data and utilizing that information to reference your credit score and your history. A lot of times, these credit bureaus that are not very much in the public and how the three credit bureaus will obtain the data from these bureaus to actively update their credit reports. The first one is called LexisNexis, which is the leading global provider of legal, regulatory, and business information and analytics that help customers increase productivity, improve decision-making and outcomes, and advance the rule of law around the world. It is a leader global provider of content-enabled workflow solutions designed specifically for professionals in the legal, risk management, corporate, government, law enforcement, accounting, and academic markets. LexisNexis may provide sensitive personal information to certain customers who have completed a rigorous account activation process. It also provides a limited set of non-regulated public records to the general public through its products such as PeopleWise. Some examples of public records include judgments and liens, the Secretary of State filings, a Uniform Commercial Code filings, commonly known in business as a UCC, the US and Canadian Business Finder directories, the Duns & Bradstreet Global Market Identifiers, which is commonly known as D&B for Business Credit Reports, the Experian Business Credit Reports, fictitious business names information like DBAs, tax liens, Security of Exchange of Commission forms, and the FAA aircraft registrations. Customers that receive this information may include law enforcement agencies, federal homeland security departments, banking and financial service companies and insurance carriers, lawyers, and state and local governments. The next one is SageStream. So SageStream is a credit reporting agency that provides consumer reports and scores regulated by the Fair Credit Reporting Act. The information they provide generates insights into creditworthiness of consumers and enhances traditional credit decisioning and is used by many types of companies including credit card issuers, retailers, and wireless telephone service providers and auto lenders. SageStream credit decisioning solutions also help protect individuals from becoming victims of identity theft and helps companies protect themselves and their customers from identity fraud. SageStream is based in San Diego in California. It's always good practice to obtain a copy of your consumer report, also referred to as a credit report, a consumer file, or a disclosure report, to know what information is being reported about you and to ensure the information is accurate. Requesting this information from SageStream Consumer Report will not affect your ability to apply and obtain additional credits. ChexSystem is a nationwide specialty consumer reporting agency under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. ChexSystem's clients contribute to information on closed checking and savings accounts. It also provides services to financial institutions and other types of companies that have a permissible use under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. ChexSystem services primarily assist its clients in assessing the risk of opening up a new account. You can also request a copy of the Consumer Disclosure Report at any time. In accordance to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the consumer report can only be disclosed to others having a permissible use, either a legal right for that information. So a quick example of why you would be on the ChexSystems: if you bounced a check and you decided not to pay the overdraft fees, after a while, once they close it, they will report that negative items to ChexSystems, which will prohibit you from opening up another checking account. So Maersk Corp Holdings owns and operates the Maersk system, a national electronic registry system that tracks the changes in servicing the rights and beneficial ownership interests in mortgage loans that are registered on the system. Maersk Corp Holdings is the parent company of the Mortgage Electronic Registration Systems Incorporated. The Maersk system is the only national database that provides free public access to the service information for registered home mortgages, complementing public land recording systems that have their origins in centuries old real property laws. It is a confidential electronic registry of mortgage originated in the United States. It keeps track of transfers and the modification to servicing rights and ownerships of loans. It is also used by the real estate finance industry for residential and commercial mortgages, loans that record the trading of the transaction. MERS and the MERS systems were created by the mortgage banking industry to streamline the mortgage process by using electronic commerce. Beneficiaries of MERS include mortgage originators, servicers, warehouse lenders, wholesale lenders, retail lenders, document custodians, settlement agents, title companies, insurers, investors, county recorders, and consumers. ARS Account Resolution Services is a division of a healthcare revenue recovery group. They also act like a debt collection agency, which is probably going to be on your credit report as a collection account. This all usually appears when you forget to make a bill. If a collection is on your credit report, it's very much damaging. It can affect your score and your history. TLO is one of the latest generation of technology that was originated from the science of data fusion. It was built on the architect of supercomputers running proprietary linking and assessment algorithms. TLO filters through a massive repository of public and proprietary data almost instantly. So when you search with TLO, you receive data reports that fill with actionable data pretty much in seconds. So to get faster information, you just have to click of a button. One of the main reasons why I wanted to mention these credit bureaus was to provide you information on how these companies collect data on you. Now let's reference that back to the three major credit bureaus on how they validate certain pieces of information from companies like LexisNexis. To give you an example, if you file for bankruptcy, which will stay on your credit report for over 10 years, the courts don't report directly to the credit bureaus. They report to LexisNexis. So LexisNexis integrates with the court systems. They pull that information, and the LexisNexis works with the three major credit bureaus to report that data. Therefore, that information will be reported onto the public credit report. So you can see how the ecosystem of all this information integrates together. And if there's any information that is incorrect, you can see how there's data that could be reported on your credit bureau that may be incorrect. Hence why they created the Fair Credit Reporting Act, to make sure that these agencies follow the law to accurately report information on your profile. Lately in practice, when we are conducting loans for clients and we're trying to place and find out what might be the best lender for that customer, when we do a submission for a client to a personal lender, a credit union, a major bank, etc., and even though the credit bureaus are looking perfectly, right? You have a 750 FICO score, but however, maybe that person did some type of credit repair and got the information removed from the three major credit bureaus. However, they left that piece of information on companies like Innovis or SageStream, LexisNexis. So a lot of times in practice, these credit unions, these major banks, online lenders are not only pulling information from the three credit bureaus, they're also pulling it from one or more of these other agencies. So it's very common for you to see that a company like Prosper, right, an online lender that provides personal loans, will look at, I believe they pull TransUnion, but will also look at SageStream. So if SageStream has a record of your previous derogatories, that maybe somebody did some credit repair and got it removed from TransUnion, they can still deny you if that information is still reporting from SageStream. So you can understand that it's not just fixing a discrepancy on one credit bureau or all three. It's important to go through all of the different agencies to make sure your information is accurate.